Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 18 of the Steelers Sanctuary podcast. We're going to do a quick post-game review of the Steelers-Lions final preseason game. I'm your host, Dave Rivero from SteelersSanctuary.com, and this is my co-host, David Cora. What's up, Dave?
What's up, everybody?
So, I guess the lead story again, offensive line, man. Piss poor, I guess is the way you can put it.
Yeah, dude. God, they're so fucking awful. Two holding penalties. Chooks gave up a sack, had a holding penalty. Dotson false start. Green holding. It just and that's not even the whole not blocking either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even, except for Chooks' sack he gave up, I mentioned, but just horrid. Absolutely horrid.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know what they can do. I mean, your starting left tackle's a turnstile. He's a penalty machine now too, because his confidence is going. This is a very, very serious issue right now. I don't know how they fix this. I really don't.
I really wish I knew what goes on behind the scenes, because, man, with JC Treader retiring, I wonder if they reached out and he was like, I want this kind of money. And they're like, no. And if other teams reached out to him, he was just like, no, I want this amount of money. And they're like, no. So the dude just retired or what? I have no idea. But he'd have been someone to get. You could bump Cole to that black hole that is Dotson and Green over there. And that would have made it better by a lot. I really think they need to consider LeGlue getting some reps with the ones, and because all I hear is that guy's doing good.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it couldn't hurt. They got to try something. I'm at a loss. I mean, the tackles aren't playing well. The guards aren't playing well. It's just bad. There was no room again for the running backs. I don't know how you judge this running back room. There's nothing to. There's no holes. There's no time for them to run. It's just bad. This is going to be.
It's going to be their downfall, dude. Everything else is, in my opinion, is okay to good to some part, great. But what's going to hold them back is this O-line.
Definitely.
They have wide receivers 1 through 9 that are looking great. They have running backs 1 and 2 that have looked great to dynamic to a guy like McFarland, who is a home run hitter in open space. And then tight end Muth, great. Just everything is great on the offense. The quarterbacks have all played well. It's just the O-line is just killing them.
I know Alex Leatherwood has not played well for the Raiders, but he's available? Do you take a shot at him? Move him to guard? I don't know. He's played guard in the past. Just throw shit against the wall and see what sticks at this point.
I think it's worse than that. I think they needed more than that. I'd go get him, and then go get Eric, the tackle that
from the I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I mean, it's worth it.
Go get him. I mean, Fisher, right? Go get him. See how much he wants. See what the price is. They better do something, because this is what's going to cost them. In fact, I think now this is what's going to cost them from possibly even a winning record, dude.
I was thinking about it as this game, the first half was going on. I almost texted you. How does that 10-win season you were hoping for look right now? Because it doesn't look.
No. I just saw a team. It was field goal. Sound familiar?
Yep.
Same as last year, and it was just like, Jesus. It's going to be the same shit as last year. It really is. They've gotten better at certain positions, but they have not gotten better at the one that plagued them last year. And my gosh, dude, did they get worse? I think they got worse.
As almost unbelievable as that sounds, I think you're right. I think they did get worse.
I hate to sound that way. I don't want to sound stupid, but my God, I'm watching this and I'm like, this is, yeah.
Stupid about it. It's right now. It's worse. They have 2 weeks to fix this. I mean, that first game, they're going against Cincinnati. And you got Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson rushing the passer, DJ Reader in the middle. That Bengals defense is good. They're going to struggle again. just like I predicted. Detroit's defensive line was better, and I told you they were going to struggle against them. And last week, it's when they face good defensive lines, they're going to be in trouble.
Yep.
And let's go to quarterback now, because again, Mitch was great today. I got him down here for 15 of 19, 160 yards and touchdown, no picks. But he holds that ball a tick longer than Pickett does. And you can't help but wonder, would Pickett be better for this team because he gets rid of the ball a lot faster? I mean, is that the end line? I don't know.
I kind of agree with you. Like that pass to DJ basically won it for him. Didn't you tweet that earlier?
Yeah.
Earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that pass was on the fucking money. And you know, if he continues to play like that, then yeah, he's gonna start, because the whole holding on the ball too long is one thing, yeah. But then when that wide receiver breaks open, he hits him and they take it to the house. It's that thing you're gonna live and die by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what Josh Allen does. That's what Mahomes does. That's what all these mobile quarterbacks do. They get out, and sometimes they hold on to the ball way too long because they're so athletic that they know that they got all the time in the world, and sometimes they just hold on to it too long. I didn't like how he didn't get rid of the ball. Like, just when he had that one where he got sacked two yards back, it was like, dude, get rid of the fucking ball. Like, you saw the wide receiver.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Just throw it right over this fucking head and be done with it. I didn't like it either, but like, it's not enough for them to be like, no, we're gonna go at Kenny. It's just not.
Don't get me wrong. Mitch didn't do anything wrong to lose a starting job, and he's athletic, but this offensive line's not going to give him any time to move around. I'm worried. I'm concerned.
Well, it's also why they may think he's their best shot, because he is the most mobile of the three. So every time the offensive line breaks down, which will be almost every time, he'll be able to hopefully get out of the pocket and find somebody and do his damage that way, or with his legs, one of the two.
I mean, he's going to be the starter. Tomlin left him in the whole first half for a reason, to get him ready, get the whole first team ready. Kenny Pickett just gets rid of that ball so damn quick. It's like 2 steps, boom, it's out there.
And he puts it on the money too.
Yeah.
Pickett is so damn accurate. Like, on
time and accurate every time.
Some of those passes today were just absolute dimes.
Yep.
Like, I was just like, damn, man, because he did it. He had about 3 or 4 passes that, I mean, he just put it right there. And it was just like, dude, those are some pretty damn good throws by him. And it was multiple. So it was just like, all right, like, you know.
And like we said, like I said before, Mitch didn't do anything to lose the job. I mean, the poor guy, he drops back, and it's like, holy shit, the world's caving in on him every time.
And it's so hard to judge that today too, because again, Pickett was back there with the 2s and the 3s, and you know, because and everybody, you know, I saw on Twitter, why, you know, I know it's the 2s out there, but why does that offensive line look so much better? Because they're not facing the starting defensive line for the other team.
Yeah, of course.
Like I mean, I get it. We want to think, oh, you know, the O line's now all of a sudden better. No, dude, it's not the same O line facing the same D line. It's completely different. It's nothing to be, like I said, his throws are great when he's making those accurate throws like that. Like, yeah, that's legit there. But like, I just, it's hard to gauge this. I feel bad for actually is Rudolph.
Yeah,
bro, like, what the fuck was that? Like, they put him out there with like 8 minutes left in the game, and it
with really the bottom of the
yeah, like I was like, what is this? Like, wow, like he literally got treated like a third string. If they don't trade him, they literally are not giving him a hat on Sundays. Is that literally what they're doing?
If I were him, I'd walk into the office and say, either trade me or cut me, because I'm not playing for this team.
Yeah.
I'm not. He's, like I said last week, he's a veteran. There's no way
there's no way. There's no way.
And like, he's not played badly. He's played pretty good, so he deserves. It's almost to the point where you don't, you're kind of sick of Mason Rudolph, and you can take shots at him, but we're at the point now you feel bad for the guy, because he definitely doesn't deserve the fate he's getting right now.
So I thought for sure they'd trade him. And then I'm like, now I'm kind of like, okay, are they going to try to see if he doesn't request a trade so they do keep all three? Like, are they going to be like, hey, Mason, you're going to get to chill on Sundays. You're not even going to get a hat. Let's see if he'll let us get away with this.
No
Or
way.
will he come in and request? Because I mean, to have that problem, you're going to, because the season ends right now, the preseason ends. They're going to have 3 quarterbacks with a 100+ QB rating.
Yep.
That's a nice problem to have.
I'll lose a lot of respect for him if he just accepts the 3rd quarterback job and accepts, not getting a hat on Sunday and just holding the clipboard. My man's he's got to step up for himself and say, look, I'm better than that. I don't deserve this. I gotta get out of here.
I also felt bad for him tonight because he was with like some of those wide receivers that are out there are like the 10th, 11th wide receiver on the team. And they were dropping passes right to them. That Snead guy dropped one. Is it Sternberger? He dropped one thrown right to him. I was like,
by Mason.
Yeah. He threw a beautiful pass. I was like, oh my God. And so it's like for Mason, it's like, wow, this is the the treatment I'm getting. Like, all right. Okay. That's why tomorrow, seriously, tomorrow, I will not be surprised to hear Mason Ross requested a trade. Steelers are looking to see what they can get because there's just no way. I've been saying this from the beginning, have I not? Screaming it to the mountains that there's no way him or Pickett, one of those two, is just not going to get a hat on Sunday. It's not happening. One way or the other, somebody's getting traded, cut, whatever, gone. It's just happening.
All right, moving on to the running back. Benny Snell's making his team, buddy. Benny Snell is making his team. McFarland. It's just that you see it. That screen pass they throw to McFarland. He's in the open. That's a play he's got to make a big play. He's in the open field and he kind of stutter steps.
I thought he got some plays. I thought he got some nice chunks. There were others where I wanted to see more. I was like you said, when they did that screen and he had open space, dude, I thought he was going to
act like him's got to take it and go and make a big.
But he tried to juke and it just, it was like, no, dude, just go. But yeah, dude. So did you think that was strange that Warren was in at the end getting some work in? I thought that was kind of weird for the second string to be in at the very, very end.
It is. But did you see the guy Corgi at all? He didn't even play, did he? I didn't see him.
I did not see him once. I saw Jalen Warren in at the end.
Borgie, my bad. Borgie.
Yeah. And I thought that was, it's not even a name to worry about. They didn't even play him. But anyways, but yeah, I don't know what was up with that. That's the only thing I questioned was why Warren.
What's that? Fourth quarter, he's the guy that you'd be expected in the fourth quarter mopping up is that guy Borgie.
Right.
It was strange.
That's what screwed me up. I didn't know why Warren was out there at the end. So now I'm like, wait a second. Is he really the second string or?
Well, he was I think so. He was the second guy in, right?
Yes, but then they brought him back in.
They brought him back in throughout the game. They brought him in the third quarter and then.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was really strange.
It is. It's a little strange.
If it's supposed to be down to Snell and McFarland, then it should have been those two going back and forth the whole second half.
Yeah, at least McFarland should have got the mop up to see what he could do.
And they didn't. And they didn't do it, dude. They pulled them both and brought Warren back in, which really is weird to me. Like I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, but it's a strange move.
I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. That's all.
Wide receivers, we talk about it every week. Such a deep group, such a good group. Sims is good. Bonds is good. You're talking about this is 7/8 wide receivers on the roster.
Yeah, dude.
I guess we kind of buried the lead. TJ Watt and Deontay Johnson got hurt during the game, but they seem to be both okay.
And Kazi
in a regular season game. So that's good news because we've talked about it. TJ Watt gets hurt. We'll get to linebackers later, but if he's out, they're in big trouble. And even Deontay too,
Yeah, dude. You can't. And Kazi got hurt, and his looks legit.
Yeah, that one's going to be a bad one, I think.
Yeah, I think he screwed his wrist up pretty bad, dude. He landed right on it, and it didn't look good.
He had an air cast, they said, when he came out of the tent, too, so that's not good. Back to the wide receivers, though. Pickens been a little quiet since that first preseason game. He had a couple catches today, but...
He still looked pretty good, though. He had some nice catches, I thought, that first down to get within field goal range, the toe tap on the outside. That was a beautiful pass by Mitch to him, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. No, that was really good. I like that. So he did a lot better today. He knocked another CB on his ass
Yeah, I
again.
saw
Did you
that
see
too.
it?
He loves doing that, doesn't he?
Yep.
Knocking
So
quarterbacks on their ass.
he'll be all right. Because you got to remember, man, like, you don't got Claypool out there. DJ was already gone.
Yeah,
So, like,
Claypool didn't play.
I just think they did it on purpose to get a look at the other wide receivers.
Maybe. Then why play the
I don't know. It's the only thing I can think of. Like, I don't, they do a lot of things that don't make sense sometimes. And it's just like, you're trying to fucking figure it out. I don't think if it is an injury, they've been keeping it on the wraps, right? So it leaves us to only have to guess, what the hell's going on. So I don't know. It's the only thing I could think of is they wanted to get a look at some of these other guys. No idea. It's hard to tell. But I wasn't particularly happy with how many starters played for how long they did.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
It's tough. Like I tweeted out, you want to trust the coach as far as conditioning and how much conditioning he thinks these players need. But Christ, it's a 90-degree day in Pittsburgh, and you got these guys out late in the second quarter, into the third quarter, some of them. I see Cam Hayward coming off an injury, and I'm like, what the hell is he doing out there still?
The only thing I could think of is that he didn't want them to go a full 2 weeks without playing,
Well, and that's
football. And I get it, but bro, a whole half? Like,
you're scared shitless the whole time, right?
You're just sitting there on edge, like, please don't get hurt. And that hit by Hawkinson on Watt did not look good.
No, it didn't.
And we just talked about the whole interview at Watt about his kneecaps popping out on both sides twice. And then my man's taking a shot to the knee. You're like, oh, like no. And then he acted funny about it. You're like, this is it. My dude's kneecap got popped out again. He's fucking done. They're cooked for the whole season. Oh, like I was stressing it, bro. I was like, dude, I was not happy with Mike Tomlin after that.
All right, Derek Watt doesn't play again, so fullback. Does this guy make the team? Let's just cut him.
No,
what? Cut him, get it
over. $4.7 million for what?
Keep four running backs. Keep McFarland and Boot.
There you go. I completely agree. I hope that's exactly what they do. Keep four backs. That way you got Snell for the fucking special teams. And then, you're done. You can, and you're good. Watt's gone. Save that money. Yeah, true. He could be. Honestly, he
definitely could play fullback if they needed. So,
but my thing is they got Hayward. If they really need it.
Yeah.
If they really need it.
Either or. Yeah. It's time. It's time. Nice knowing you, Derek, but it's time. Flipping over the defense, they played pretty well overall. Defensive line was good. Those starters, man. Ogunjobi, Cam Hayward, and Alualu, when they're out in the field together, they're impressive. That's a good.
Did Alualu play?
Yes, he did. I kind of looked around at first to see if he was in. I saw him. He was in there. Not for very long.
I didn't get a good look. I saw that Ogunjobi for sure was playing in Hayward. I just didn't see Alualu out there. But dude, when they're out there, man.
Yeah, it's
solid. It's legit. And we better fucking pray that they stay healthy all season because I don't know, that D line. I haven't I was watching the Khalil brothers. Khalil had that nice tackle for a loss towards the end, but that's against the threes. Carlos Davis had a tackle at the line of scrimmage. That was a nice one again against the twos or threes. Who really Wormley had a lot of blocked passes by the lineman today. That was cool to see. Leal had one or two.
Yep.
They said I saw the one. They said he had two though.
Cam had two. So that
Cam had two. Ogunjobi had one. Yeah, dude. Like that was the big thing. Takeaway with the D line today was just a lot of the blocked passes. But still, man, the rest when the backups came in, they started getting gashed again on the ground.
Yeah, the only one that's been impressive for the backups is Leal. The rest of them, Montravius Adams didn't play again. I don't know what's up with him. He could be a candidate for the IR to start the season. I don't know what's going on.
It has to be.
They need him. So here's the trick about IR that a lot of people don't know. They have to be on the final 53-man roster cut down. before they can go on IR. Then you can replace them after. So,
but you got to hope whoever you cut,
yes, exactly,
don't get snagged.
Like Tuzar Skipper a couple of years ago, and a couple other guys.
Yeah,
and they have like 3 or 4 guys that they like Austin, Calvin Austin, like Adams. Even I get suppose Derek Watt could go on IR, but you got to keep him and cut somebody else. You got to keep these guys on the 53, and then pray they don't get picked up. So that's going to be a tricky game for the Steelers. I think it's this Thursday they have to cut down to 53. So we're going to see a lot of for.
Yeah, dude. There's going to be a lot of our guys getting snagged if they cut them.
Yep.
Like especially wide receivers.
Worry about Steven Sims getting picked up.
Yeah, dude. That's how I feel.
And try to sneak him on the practice squad, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't see it happening either. He's looked so dynamic, dude. Every game he does something. You're like, whoa, okay. Now he's a small guy. But man, he can move. Yep. I've been impressed with that dude. Every game, like I say, he does something. So Boykin, I thought this was Boykin's best game too. I noticed that he had made more than just a couple catches. He actually did pretty well today. Nice
back shoulder throw to him. He made a great catch. That guy was all over him, made a great catch. Inside linebackers, same old story with Devin Bush. Good play, bad play, good play, bad play.
Yep. I was just going to say, he had a couple bad in the beginning, then he started to make a couple good plays. It's just like, it's just no consistency with him whatsoever. Right. Hawkinson blew by him to start the game.
Yep.
I was like, Jesus, dude. Then he had that play, and then he couldn't shed that block on that 3rd and 17. That was inexcusable that they got a 3rd and 17 run for first down. It was like, bro, 1-on-1, shed the damn block, make the tackle. Like, nope. But then he came back and had that stop with Miles Jack on 3rd and 1 or whatever. It was like, oh,
he's up and down. So hopefully the arrow's pointing up, and eventually as the season starts, he'll play well. Hopefully, we'll see. Miles Jack, good. Mark Robinson looked a little lost in coverage today. Not his best game of the season games. He was a little. But that's to be expected. This guy's really, really raw.
No, it's not the downhill stuff. It's not that at all. It's just the coverage. What's that?
Big special teams hit for Mark Robinson.
Oh man, dude. He came out of nowhere and deleted whoever was trying to block him into the guy running the ball. I was like, holy shit, who was that? And then I was like, Mark Robinson, my dude, just absolutely crushing people. I love watching that guy play.
Yeah.
As soon as he figures out covering people, man, oh my God, look out.
Robert Spillane's Robert Spillane. You get out of him. He got lost in coverage a couple of times too, but he's a backup line. He is.
Yeah, I saw 1 or 2 tackles in coverage too, though. So, but again, he's facing the 3s.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna do this against the 1s. And it looks like has Robinson officially moved ahead of him? You think is that what's going on there? Or are they just
what's
that?
He's definitely ahead of Spillane.
Yeah,
I don't think so, but he's definitely the 4th. He's ahead of everybody else. Buddy Johnson, Marcus Allen.
Yeah, for sure.
Marcus Allen played today. I don't think he makes the roster, to be honest with you. He hasn't.
And he didn't do shit.
Yeah, he's been out all off season. His first game, they waited until almost the 4th quarter to play him.
And Buddy Johnson's so bad too, like horrible.
They could keep just 4 inside linebackers at this point because I don't know if there's anybody else worth keeping it. To be honest with you.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if they do some things different this year. Like honestly, like the whole keep 4 running backs, only keep 4 linebackers because they might have to do some things different this year to ensure they don't lose some of these guys because I don't want to see them lose some of these wide receivers. I don't want to see them lose. It's like I don't want to. I'd rather see them lose Derek Watt than lose Snell, so we have him for special teams.
Yeah,
like it's just one of the things. Like I don't know, it's one of those things where they might have to do things a little different this year to ensure that they don't lose some of these guys that could be used down the road for depth for sure.
Outside linebackers, behind TJ Watt, it is absolutely. I watched Hamilcar Rashid close today. he didn't show much at all, man. He doesn't.
Well,
have
he was a little disruptive first. Didn't they have a penalty? They were holding him or something because
He did cause a holding call in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and then but then he had his penalty, and then he missed it. Horrible missed tackle.
Yeah,
and it was like
moves. It's just that one bull rush. That's all he does. It's like that's
so
good enough.
I don't know. TJ Watt said he TJ Watt was complimenting him.
Was he?
So yeah. I was just like, okay, well, I mean, TJ's giving you the.
I thought him.
He had a sack today. Yep. Yeah, no, I have it down here. He had a sack today. I don't know. It's just, I think that's what you're going to see from these guys, though. It's not going to be anything consistent. It's going to be every once in a blue moon, you're going to see something from them, and that's really it. Like, you're not going to see nothing consistent.
Which is fine for a backup until the starter gets injured. Then you're screwed, basically, because if either of these guys have to start in the games. Highsmith didn't play today, but I read that he is going to be ready for game one, or they're projecting he will be. I hope he plays, and I hope he's okay. They need Highsmith and Watt out there at all times, basically.
Yeah, it just popped up on my screen that Mike Tomlin told media he does not expect DJ or TJ's injuries to be serious. He said this earlier in the game too, but I guess post game he said it too. So he better hope not, because he's going to look pretty bad if one of their injuries is serious and they can't start the season. Like, played with fire today, man. They played with fire today, and I didn't like it. I didn't like having all those guys out there that long.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's that fine line with the 2 weeks off before the game, the first regular season game. That's a tough choice. I wouldn't want to have to make that choice. Cornerbacks today, not bad. Who was it that had the big interception? Cam Sutton had a big.
Cam Sutton had it, yeah. No, that was nice. It was a horrible throw by the quarterback. Yeah. I don't know what he was thinking, but yeah, but hey, Cam came up with the play, then brought it back like another 40 yards. Yeah, no, it was a good play by him.
Did Levi Wallace play? I don't even remember hearing his name the whole game.
I want to say he did. He had a tackle, I believe.
All right, because I don't remember them mentioning him at all.
I think he had a tackle at the line of scrimmage, but he didn't do much. He just made a tackle or two. That was really it. But nothing splash play, nothing like that. Witherspoon had a nice tackle for a loss too.
Who was it?
Witherspoon. He had a tackle for a loss.
A couple tackles, and he's not known for that. That's something that is generally regarded as his weakness, is tackling. He's a cover guy. He doesn't like contact so much, but he did good today. He had a couple. But
I haven't seen that with Witherspoon at all. He's been making tons of tackles
this preseason for sure. I noticed it a little bit last season, but this preseason it seems like he's made a point to try to shed that.
Yes, I think so. You mentioned Pierre, bro. When he literally tackled a wide receiver.
People on the broadcast and on Twitter were trying to give him credit. Oh, he saw the flag, so he tried to prevent the touchdown. He didn't see that flag. He got burnt. He jumped on the guy's leg. Don't give me that shit. What a heady play. He knew it was offside. Get the frick out of here.
That's a football player right there. A football move. Like, I saw him literally tackle the guy, and I'm like,
I don't know.
What the fuck was that? And you know damn well that that's all it was. He got burnt. He knew he got burnt. So he literally just reached out and fucking tackled the dude so he couldn't catch the ball or take it to the house.
Yeah.
Oh, burnt toast, dude. I didn't hear Steele at all, though. I didn't hear Steele.
I was just going to bring that up. I don't even know if he played.
Yeah. Now, Lane made some nice tackles.
Yeah, Lane
had nice tackles. I thought I have it down here. He did something. Yeah, he had a big hit. He had that one big hit. It was on like third down. It was like 3rd and 5 or something. They tried to dump off pass. He snuffed it out and smacked the dude pretty good. And then they talked him up too, like, hey, got young talent, all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, they drafted him like 3 or 4 years ago, 3rd round pick. He's with the 3s still. Like, what are you talking about? He's still running
behind Pierre. He's still running. I don't get it, man. I don't understand.
Pierre needs to go, dude. Like, I still think I've seen enough from Steele that I'd put him ahead of Pierre.
Yeah, honestly. It's weird. Who I noticed was Carlin's Patel played today. And I think that's in place of Steele. I didn't see Steele at all, so I don't know what the deal is. I might have missed him. We'll go back and watch it again, but
I don't know. Like, I thought that was strange. I didn't hear Steele's name at all. I noticed Patel was out there a lot.
Yeah.
It was mostly Patel, Pierre, and Lane. That was really it. And I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if Steele had a injury. So I was at my son's ball game earlier. The game ended like right before the Steelers game was about to come on, and they went to announce the inactives, and I went to go listen to it, and on the radio they go, "Well, we'd tell you the inactives if we were allowed to do that, but it's preseason, so we're not allowed to put out the inactives for preseason games." So they didn't announce on the radio the inactives. So I was like, "What the hell?"
Weird.
Yeah, like it was strange. I was like, because I wanted to hear the inactives in the truck. I was getting ready to storm back here. It's time to watch the game, and yeah, like I was just like, okay. So I had no idea. So maybe Steele was hurt and he got hurt or something. And he's just not playing. I don't know.
Josh Roundtree tweeted out before the game that players not in uniform were allowed to milk Montravius Adams, Calvin Austin, Chase Claypool, Arthur Millette, Derek Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Joe Haig. So Steele dress apparently just didn't play. That's a bad sign.
That's a real bad sign. But where does Plattel come out of this to get some time over Steele though? Like I don't understand. The guy hasn't done shit. So I don't get it. I didn't. Who's another one? For defense in general, I didn't hear that Vaughters guy name come up at all. Did he get out there?
He played a lot. I was watching him. He just didn't do anything.
Didn't do a damn thing because I did not see his. I didn't see him. I didn't notice him at all. And I was like wondering,
he was out there. He didn't do a damn thing. It's just he's definitely getting cut. He played a lot of the fourth quarter, and they rotated Scott and Rashid in the fourth quarter, and you didn't hear much from any of that group.
No, Tuska. I think it was Tuska had a blocked pass too, didn't he?
Yeah. He's a special teams guy. Not a bad player, but nothing. Safeties to wrap it up. As far as position by position, Mika Fitzpatrick is in mid-season form.
Yeah,
Brother, he's
ready to go.
Yeah,
had a sack, freaking pass breakup that was thrown down the middle that he came across. Yep. Whew, that play was legit. I was like, all right.
Edmonds dropped an interception. It would have been a tough catch, but I made the joke on Twitter. He's got hands of stone, man. He can't catch anything.
Yeah, he made a good play though. I mean, look, I agree with the comment I've seen that he has gotten better and better and better. Like the last 2 years though, he has been way better.
Yes.
He was one of those guys that slow burned. I'm trying to think of the corner we had. We had him for like 4 years. He left and went to the Saints. He didn't do good to his last year with us. And that's what Edmonds reminds me of. Only we didn't lose him. Like he left, but we didn't leave. But we didn't sign him. We didn't do the 5th-year option with him. But we ended up bringing him back. Yeah. So, but that's what he reminds me of. He's just gotten better slowly but surely with time, and now he's not really a weakness at all in this team.
No, he's not a weakness for sure. The thing is that he tested so well coming out of college. Like he tested like a super athlete.
Yep.
You don't see it on the field that much. I mean, he's solid but unspectacular. You know what I mean? It's just for an athlete like him, he should be making plays, and he just doesn't make plays.
Those scores don't always add up to being,
Yeah, I know. I
elite at the actual game of football. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it. I know that Jarvis Jones led them to use those elite athletic scores again, but to avoid that. Yeah, and it's worked out well for them. I mean, they've used that system, the Spark system and the RAS system, like that you use. I get it. I just sometimes the shit just doesn't equate to just being really, really elite at football. I guess it is what it is. But he's, like I said, he's slow burned his way to now being a solid, safety. So I'm glad they got him back. And now that Kazi's hurt, like I'm really glad that Edmonds is back.
Yeah.
And that kind of scares me now, where they won't be able to go into dime much unless they're just going to go to Norwood. So
Norwood could fit. Yeah, Norwood could play that. I mean, he definitely could.
I just, dude, that sucks. I really hope that it's not that serious.
Yeah,
with Kazi.
Really well. He was
Kazi was legit, dude. Like I like him. Like I really do. For tackling safety like that, you can't beat it. And I hope it's not serious. I'm hoping maybe, I don't know. I'm hoping he's got 2 weeks, so maybe we get lucky, but I don't know.
So Miles Killebrew, if he dressed, he didn't play on defense. I don't know if he was out in special teams. I didn't see him, but he's another one that could be cut.
Yeah, I know all that talk that we
A lot of
talked
trouble.
about, guys that might get cut, and now it's. I would like to think that Derek Watt's gone. Snell probably makes the team. They keep 4 running backs, but Killebrew might be gone, dude. Like it might end up being Watt and Killebrew.
Maybe the injury to Casey saves his job. It's very
That's
possible.
true. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking about that during the game. Like, wonder if this will save him. But I don't know. We'll see.
Is Chris Broswell going to be the MVP of this team by the end of the season, kicking 5 field goals a game?
Jesus, dude. Yeah, literally just
Thank God
it
we
felt
have
like
him.
last year. Yep. Felt like last year, man. It was last year all over again. Field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal. He'd have had a 6th if it wouldn't been blocked.
Yep.
Like
They said it was
Lord.
our buddy Kendrick Green, right? That kind of his side of the line that gave up the block.
No, I didn't hear that. Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Just to top off the night, right? Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
Dude, they got to do something. Like, there's just no way. There's no way that they can go into this season with that. They just can't. They have to get somebody because it's not even just Green / Dotson. You've got Moore playing like trash too, and Chooks look like trash as well. Like, I'll tell you what was nice today. We didn't hear that Daniels and Cole were playing like trash.
Yeah, you didn't hear much good or bad from Daniels, which is good.
Daniels must have peaked. He finally peaked.
That's awesome. He must have peaked today. Yeah,
he must have peaked today. But it was nice to hear that the new guys didn't suck ass today. That was good to hear. But at the same time, you're like, well, shit. Moore, it was supposed to, this is his second year. He's supposed to, get better, not get worse. And then Chooks, he's supposed to be average, did not look average today at all. And then Green's Green's Green, and then Dotson.
He didn't play well. We could beat this offensive line to death, but it's like you said, it's not just one position. They can go out and get somebody and fix it. At this point, they need at least 2, if not 3 guys to fix this line.
And they're not going to do it. They're not going to go out and make that major.
You might get one new body in.
I think they'll do one. But it's not going to be what we want. It's not going to be they're going to go add an Eric Fisher or try to get J.C. Treader out of retirement and move Cole over. They're not going to do that. It's going to be Leatherwood, right?
Yep.
That's how you say his name. It's going to be Leatherwood or one of these guys that gets cut. It's going to be somebody that maybe they think they can fix or whatever the fuck. That's what it's going to be. And we're going to be sitting here, I just know it, banging our head against the wall like, why the hell didn't you go actually get a guy already is proven that can help this team? I just know it, dude. Like, I'll be really surprised. Or they trade somebody to acquire an offensive lineman.
There was rumors that the New England guy is available. Let me look up his name real quick.
Wynn.
Yeah, Wynn or the
is it Donovan Wynn? I think it's Wynn. I know the last name's Wynn. I know that.
I mean, he's not bad. Yeah, Isaiah Wynn. I don't know what the Patriots want from him, though, because I'm looking at their depth chart right now, and behind him, it doesn't look like they're really deep at tackle to trade. So I don't know.
And did I read that right? He was a first-round pick, right?
Yeah. And he was good for them for a little while. Then he signed a big contract with another team. I forget which team it was. And he sucked. And they cut him. And the Patriots picked him back up again. And he played decent last year. I don't know. You're probably looking at a first-round pick for him or a second-round pick for him. So that's a big investment.
There's no way. Fuck that. I wouldn't give them that for him. No. But then that's the thing. I don't know. I don't think they're going to fix the problem as much as we want them to. They didn't do it last year, and they tried to do it this year. But like the guys that went and got were only good at run blocking. It was like you didn't really fix the problem completely. You only went and got guys that are one-trick pony, to use Mike Tomlin's reference there. You got one-trick pony guys that can't pass block. And what did you think was going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
So now you got to go get somebody, but I just don't know I don't know who they're going to go get. I don't know. I feel like in my heart, I know they're not going to go get a big free agent that will actually help this team. They're going to go dumpster diving, and that's going to happen. And maybe a guy falls to them that's, a diamond in the rough. The Steelers are good at that. I give them that. But I don't know, man.
You're going to see it all over Twitter all week. Every offensive lineman that gets cut between now and the start of the season, we're going to be clamoring for that guy, because I think almost anything is better than us. It will be interesting Thursday when teams cut down to 53.
Right.
Who's out there? There's going to be a lot of action.
Yep. Yeah, this week's going to be crazy.
It's wild, because the Steelers have to, like we talked about earlier, they got to put guys on the team to put them on IR, possibly. And that means they got to cut players they want and try to hide them and try to sign free agents that other teams cut. It's going to be wild. It's going to be what Omar Khan's going to have his hands full his first year as a GM, because
dude, this is going to be wild. From tomorrow to Thursday is going to be nuts. And just we're just going to be freaking out, because we're going to see certain players get dropped, and we're going to be like, oh my God, go get him now. And we'll see. Or like I said, they're going to go get guys that they, think they can fix or whatever. Because how it is, they like to go get young guys too.
Yeah. But teams don't cut young guys usually. They usually keep the young guys and cut veterans that are expensive and old and not producing.
It just depends on if it's a high draft pick, low draft pick, or
they could cut some 7th round, 6th round pick.
Right. It'll depend. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just like I said, man, I don't think they're gonna go after a big like a free agent guy that's out there. I just don't think they are.
All right, that's going to pretty much wrap it up. We want to do a quick game review. We'll go over some things. We'll try to come back sometime next week with another pod. This weekend's going to be wild, so we might want to try to squeeze one in possibly Thursday. You got anything else to add before we sign off?
Nope, except for Presley Harvin. I thought he had another good game punting. I thought he did pretty good.
Yep. The special team is going to be a strength of this team, for sure. Yep. Talked about it a lot.
But no, that's all I got, man. Was just him, and like I said, we know what the problem is and what they're going to have to do. It's going to hold them back this season, and that's it. Hopefully, they fix it.
All right, you can find me on Twitter at SteelersSank16. You can find Dave at M_Korab. You can find our podcast at Steelers_Sanctuary_podcast. You can find us on YouTube and just about everywhere else. For now, signing off. Thanks and good night.